we back like we left.
Yeah. Singene ngathi siyaphuma kodwa siphumanga nasingenanga futhi. We're just out here. Every time I just see this place, you know, the lights are actually the same as they were at my spot as well.
Which lights?
These lights.
This
ones that I feel like it's like this.
You mean the former spot?
Yeah.
Well, isn't it the same design? It is, right?
Definitely, it's the same design. Definitely, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I find
a
that
different type of setting here. So my door is this side, where the kitchen is, and the kitchen is on the other side.
Yeah, it's a cool light.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, but I have like the nostalgic moment with that. Also, there's this what is it? Japanese jazz.
Yeah, I remember you played it at some point.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember listening to like the Japanese jazz.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
You never heard me playing Japanese jazz?
Never.
What?
I would thought you would.
Unless I heard something and I didn't know it was Japanese jazz. Because I also don't know what Japanese jazz sounds like.
I guess.
Is there distinct sound to it?
Yo, it's free form. Like it's mellow. Something jazz, lo-fi jazz.
Oh, okay. I see the vibes.
Can you picture that?
I can.
I can't even hear.
I like lo-fi, so if it's just lo-fi by Jazzy, yeah.
Like I remember you used to be so calm.
She used to be
before
the compounded stress.
Before the compound stress.
She used to be calm.
Like I remember that because there was also a plant just next to the window. Yeah, so even the air that was coming in, like that
purified.
That window didn't have a view, but it was goated. The thing you see in that view is a wall. What's this? Like the paint is like wearing off. That's the only thing you see there.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, it was just part of the everything there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it, man. Just to be cool.
Yeah, you should play it sometime.
Play what?
Your jazz, what do you say? Chinese jazz or Asian jazz? Japanese. Japanese jazz. Is it racist?
We probably shouldn't even be laughing.
I think it starts when you start laughing.
That's funny, you know.
It's the laughter. It's the laughter
that's funny.
That tells the intention.
Yeah. If it's the laughter, then it's a joke, bro.
Okay.
And it's a joke.
At whose expense?
Wait till the woke gang enters the chat. Then you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, now you get in trouble.
No, there's no malicious intention behind that. Yeah, it's clean, man.
It used to be some great music, man. Well, it still is. They didn't change it a second. It still sounds like great. So I'm talking about artists like Nujabes, and Uyama Hiroto. Yeah, those artists. So I started listening to an artist called Uyama Hiroto first.
Does it ever feel like you're an old version of yourself now? As you go through life, considering that we've grown, does it ever feel like I am an old version of myself? Or it's always into that I'm young? Or
I think I'm always on the I'm young side. I don't want to believe that I'm old because I don't feel old.
Yeah.
I think that's also important. Like, I don't feel old. So why do I need to call myself old?
Yeah.
Do you feel old?
No. So I think about this more often than not.
Do I feel old?
Like, why? What would also old? Because how I'm feeling right now, when I try to stretch it into now, I'm really like an old person. Would I still have this feeling of I feel young? You know, where you still feel like you can do things.
Yeah.
Or maybe then your body will be that constant reminder that you are no longer that young.
I mean,
but I don't feel old.
I don't think you can feel old in a way. But how to like my answer to your question was that I always feel like myself. I don't know if feeling like myself is old or young. It's just I think I'm like I don't feel old, but I also don't feel young. But I'm always I'm myself. You know? Yeah, like, so do I feel like I'm an older version of myself? I don't know. I think I've had to like change like how things are every time. Like if something I couldn't accomplish the way I thought I would accomplish it, I would find another way to accomplish something, or I don't know, like to accomplish that one thing. Yeah. So I always feel like myself. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I'm answering this right, or I just jumped too much into philosophical like answers there where I don't want to.
What do you think? I know you're in a pocket now.
I'm trying to find a way to summarize what he's saying.
Yeah.
I think
So,
what
but we
he's
are
trying
most-
to say is he doesn't associate with old or young. He's just in the moment.
Yeah.
He's as old or as young as he feels
You should
in that moment.
you should be here for the next one and the next one. I like it.
Oh,
I like
wow.
it. Come back again. In summary, thank you. You summarized it like quite well. Yes, I think so.
refreshing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
So I don't know. I know that I'm not younger than I was.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one thing I know I can't like think. I know that I have moved away from certain years
Yeah.
in my life. So if that's
You know it because you've lived through it.
Yes.
yeah. So, but I know that there's also some more. To define my oldness, I think it would mean that there's a limit to how long I can live.
Yeah.
And then if there is that limit, then say if 50 years is the limit, and now I'm 35, then it's getting old. Oh, it's getting late. Yeah.
Considering you're getting closer.
Yeah.
And getting older.
If I knew it. Yeah. So I think.
Yeah. But you did at some point mention that you don't think you want to live past 55.
Really?
Yeah.
Why 55?
Was it even 55 or 40
I don't know.
or 45?
Maybe. Yeah, I just
I think
remember.
I just think so. Actually, on the last let me ask you this first. I want to see what you would do.
Okay.
You die,
Yeah.
Anne?
God forbid.
No, definitely.
Don't worry about
What about that?
Don't worry about that. Not happening.
That's happening.
You're gonna die.
It's coming. It's coming.
Right.
And then so and you die and then you wake up.
Okay.
When you wake up, you're in the divine. Let's call it the divine. You're in the afterlife. But let's call it the divine because like that feels like
Feels nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
so you're with the
beautiful
divine
twist.
there, and then you are like, where am I? You ask like where you are, and then you find out that you are nowhere. Yeah, but it's just like you and the divine in the space, and then now the divine opens two windows. Yeah. The first window, they flash back like your life, everything, all the good things that have happened, all the bad things that have happened, everything. So, but then I guess it will start with like showing you the bad things that have happened, or anything that's like that was not so nice, and then feels it, and then comes back with the other things that are very nice.
Yeah.
Like the great things, the joys, the happiness, the love, whatever feeling is associated with that, like your feeling. Yeah, so you also feel it as you see that through that window. So you're also feeling the emotions.
All over again.
Yeah, but like it's in quite a flash, I would say.
Okay.
So like
a trailer.
So it's not gonna be 22 years
Okay.
as your age right now. It's gonna be a flash, so like it could have passed already.
All right.
Yeah. So, and then on the other side, you ask what is that, and then it says this is nothing. Yeah, this is a window with nothing, and in this window, there is no feelings, there are no regrets, there's no failures, there's no success. This is just nothing, emptiness. So you can choose to go into nothingness, or choose to go back to earth, relive a life from childhood to your death again, but you do not remember that conversation ever happened. And
Dum. I knew there was gonna be a catch. I knew it.
The hook.
And you also don't won't remember. You actually are starting another life. You don't even remember anything
About my past
you don't
life.
even remember anything about your past life. So like nothing. There's nothing about your past life that you have.
You could have chosen that even right now. You living through your life, you could have.
That's what I'm thinking. I was just about to be like, let's be weird for a second. I really think, like, right now in life, I think we've had past lives.
Hey.
Yeah. So it might not be just.
It's not hypothetical, but continue. Let's keep it there.
Yeah. So he said he's gonna
Yeah, don't.
Let me
don't,
answer
don't.
first.
Yeah.
he said he's gonna answer himself, and then I said I will answer myself. Nice evening.
Good one.
Thank you. Yeah. So what would you choose?
I mean, me being myself, I like to have a sense of control.
Yeah.
But now I just remembered that if I choose to go back, I don't remember anything about that conversation. I don't remember that I've reached a certain part of life like that. And then the other side is like nothing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can even.
both.
I'm not sure if you can ask. Okay, maybe you can't. Let's not get it more complicated.
I was like, why now?
why not give him options now? Yeah, continue.
But I don't know. It's the same for me because both sides are just full of stuff that I don't know. Like I don't know what to expect.
So Yeah,
But-
she hasn't chosen. She hasn't chosen.
I
So
haven't
don't say that.
chosen.
Let her
I'm
finish.
just trying to express how much of a difficult decision this is. Because I would choose to have another human experience. I
Okay.
would choose to go back,
Even when you don't remember anything.
even when I don't remember anything.
Even when you don't even know what's coming.
Yeah. Because even with nothing, like, am I just going to sit there?
No, you're not sitting. There's nothing. You're not even,
There's nothing,
no
so I just
wonder.
fade.
Basically, cease to
existence.
exist.
Yeah. Like, you
But the
don't
people I
fade
left
from
behind
existence.
still remember
you don't
me.
Fade, you don't fade from existence. You're just into nothing, and then there's just nothing, and you're nothing.
Okay, I'd go into nothing. If I go into nothing, do I still remember my life?
No, there's nothing. Like when you go into nothing, there's nothing.
Yeah,
So
I'd go into nothing.
There's nothing around nothing.
So there's nothing to go into.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I
you're
was saying.
going into nothing.
Oh my god!
But you are going into nothing.
There's nothing to go.
That's what I was saying too.
What the heck?
Okay. Yeah. Though.
Yeah. Wait, you
So
took
what
us
was
down
your
this
choice?
rabbit hole.
What was your choice? What's your choice?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
I mean, I'm tired of living now. If I could do that now, I would.
Yeah.
So okay, I don't know, maybe just remind me before we at the later stage around this, ne? So yeah, about this nothing, and then I'll tell you what I chose and what he chose.
No, tell me now.
Don't you want to continue with the other one? What was the other one?
Before we went
Okay.
on a tangent.
Guess what I chose? You know what? We'll keep this for the
No.
I wanted. So what else were we talking about before that?
I'm just trying to think.
What were we talking about before that?
We're talking about old.
Being old.
Being old. Dying at 55, 45,
Yeah,
40.
so it was about me. Like,
Yeah, back to you.
Back to you. Right, this boy.
Always in your court.
Guys. You know I'm human too, right? What do you want to know?
Why 55?
Yo.
Why is 55 your maximum age?
I just think, you know, when you also feel like there's a time where you'll just be tired. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like around that time I will have given everything I could have given,
To life.
yeah, to life and to everything around me. Even that type of death, you know how I would even describe it. So it can be the literal death, but it can also be like disappearing and never ever be found, and stay in like a cabin in the woods somewhere outside of never, like out of the
Somewhere
radar.
remote.
Yeah, then I've done everything.
Have you given it some thought? I know
No.
women don't think about death.
I
They don't
don't.
like to think about it.
I really don't like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't. I mean,
It terrifies you.
Every time you mention,
Yeah.
you say something about death to your mom. She's like, yo.
yeah.
The first thing.
Like,
It's the same response she gave God forbid,
Yeah.
almost immediately. It's a reflex now.
It is. And I don't even know what it is, hey?
Yeah.
But like, it's just, I don't want to think about that. I'm here now. If I can get more time, then bring it.
But there's no if
Yeah.
and there's no when.
Yeah.
There's now.
But I do think that if we knew how it would end, we wouldn't value life as much as we do.
I think we would.
Knowing that you're going to die at 30
Yes.
or 55 or how old you will be when you die.
Yes. I think people would make the best of the time that they know that this is ending now. Then they would do the most of it. Like they would just go crazy.
I thought I heard you say how it ends, not when.
Yeah, like how and when actually.
How and when?
No.
Yeah, I think then the how is gonna be a little bit tricky because as soon as you know how, you're gonna try to avoid it. But it's funny because, hey man, that's already a movie. Because I'm thinking, so what else about it? Because now I'm trying to give some more characters to that. So you know how, can you share that how with other people? You can't. It's impossible to share how. So that means that for the next person, they would just say that this person knew how they were gonna die. And is it something like, but they were trying to avoid it? So is it the thing of, I know how I'm gonna die, but I can't tell you, but I can tell you that I'm trying to avoid how I'm gonna die. Can I tell you that at least?
You can't mention anything about
How?
yeah.
Okay. Then it's useless.
Seneca says, you say you're afraid of death, but do you know how to live? Right? So you shouldn't be afraid of death if you're living the way you desire to live.
You're not sitting comfortably. Why don't you sit on that?
I am actually.
Okay.
I'm just
Cold.
yeah. I'm gonna go grab my fleece now,
Should I go get it for you?
or like, please pass me this pillow.
No,
This-
this one. This one.
It ain't going nowhere. No way.
That is going no way. Leave that one to us.
We'd even go to Carlton Center just to get the blanket for you.
If you really want like the blanket so bad,
And you left it in
if you want
Carlton.
it so bad that you have to take the pillow from us, we'll go get it anyway.
Say
you
no
want.
more.
You can take a flight.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Well, it works, man. It just does
Just
what it
works
needs to do.
nicely. It's cool.
Yeah, it's the thing that you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
And once you have it, you're like, I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. It's very great.
How many of those have you guys had?
Of what?
Stuff that's so good that you don't want to mess up, but you end up messing up anyway.
Hey.
Yeah, well,
That's a deep question. I don't
well,
know.
I know there are things that I've messed up. I don't know how many. Yeah. So I guess for me, it's not deep in that sense. Like, yeah, I know which situations I messed up.
Can you
I
live?
know why.
Do you have that time where you can live through that regret again?
I don't have that.
I do.
I don't have regrets, bro.
Sometimes I do live through like a regret, like oh shit, oh damn, that
Yeah.
happened.
I regret it.
Like you cringe.
Yeah, in my blood, like.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't say I regret them. I think about some of them, but
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't have.
I mean, you can't regret it
an
again.
effect. Yeah, it's
You can't regret it
happened.
again, like but you regretted it at some point, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you regret it once, that's it. You can't regret it again. You can't regret it.
Some
That's
people
it.
have ongoing regrets.
Yeah, but you
Is
once
it not guilt then?
once
I guess it would be classified as
It's
guilt.
guilt
eh?
when it goes on and on.
But like, what now? In the sense where you were not liable for any
There's no
hurt
such
or
thing.
damage caused,
What do you mean?
is it still?
there are people who regret things that they had no part in.
Yeah,
They
like
had no part
Yeah,
in.
like someone
things
cheated on you,
yeah,
and now you regret trusting that person. In that way, it's not guilt, is it?
Well, but then that was your choice to trust that person. I wanted to say, yeah, sorry.
No, go
I
on.
wanted to say, a type of regret where something you feel like you should have been there to save someone. You know, like
But
like I
that would be guilt.
yeah, but there was nothing you could have done about it. You are somewhere. You were in a meeting. You couldn't have known that this person is gonna go through this now when you're not there.
But
And
you
you
just regret
regret.
not being there.
Yeah, you regret going to that meeting.
It sounds well.
So I don't think there's I don't think like there's guilt like that, but a person can feel guilty about something like that still.
Yeah, maybe it's called something else.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of it, I can't associate regret to it. You had no control, so you were in a meeting, as your example says.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
a meeting, and you could have. I regret. So what would the sentiment be? I regret not going. I regret being in the
Going
meeting,
to the meeting.
Yeah, I regret going to the meeting.
which it was mandatory for you to attend.
I mean, it might not have been, but you went there anyway. Like,
Yeah, so I think it has to do with choice, bro.
in any case, you could have chosen anything, but I mean, like in any case in life, there's this. If you don't choose this, then that means you're choosing the other, right? If you say no to something,
Not making a choice is making a choice.
yeah, not making a choice is making a choice. You say that on our previous one where you said, when you say yes to this, you're saying no to the other thing. Yeah. So in any case, like you have to make a choice. So I guess knowing that, I think then you shouldn't be regretting, because
Yeah.
there was no other way except to like
There's nothing
do
you could have
something.
changed.
You have to move, yeah, but anyway, yeah, I think I do have things that I think about, but I don't regret. I mean, like, I've regretted them already, but I also don't even know how the regret is like that. I don't know for sure if I have so much blame, like so much I blame myself for. Yeah, I mean, like, it was my bad. Yeah, I understand, my bad, but that's close to it.
I guess now you don't regret anymore, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask if does it make you feel or look like it doesn't represent you well, like those moments they don't show you in your best light. Would that be the reason why it has one feeling away? Because I've thought about that, and when I say I don't regret, I've thought of almost all the decisions that could possibly bring regret. But the one thing that I held on to was I knew what I was doing. I don't know if that makes sense. So I was very much aware of the decision I was taking.
I hear you.
It's not like I wasn't aware what might possibly happen. And usually, at least, there's an understanding of some form of the consequences to it. Because I usually try to think things through in that sense. I've always thought things through like that. So I don't have it because even in the darkest of times, if maybe we say that doesn't really show you in your best light, it's like it's still me. How you say later on, you're like, I'm old, but I don't feel old. I feel like myself. I feel myself in the sense that I was looking at, okay, cool, what can I do? This option might not be the best for me right now. Type of stuff. Yeah, so dying because you would have done everything. Yeah, I mean, I can absorb that idea, bro. I was just thinking, would it really be just that? Because there's this, I feel, 55, definitely, that would work. I feel, even at this current moment, I feel like there's a part of the experience that I'm having that if I don't get to, it would have been an experience it would have been a life not fulfilled in some sense, right? And especially when it comes to the timeline of experiencing in being, you start young, obviously you go through maybe your early 20s, young adult, and then you go into you're still in the youth, yeah, in your 20s, in your youth, you go to young adult, and then you become an adult, you become a parent,
Yeah.
you become a grandparent. That's basically the timeline, and not a lot of us can make it to becoming a parent and grandparent. You know, whether you have kids personally or your kids give you grandkids. You know, it's not something that's necessarily maybe the first one you have control over, and then the grandkids you might not have control over.
Yeah.
You know, but if you don't get to that level of experience, it feels like you didn't get there. You know, it was not really pointless, but I would love to experience that. And when I've also carried the thought that I'd like to die young, because I don't want to live long enough to not be able to do menial things or menial tasks, you know, or things that are very easy for a person to do, but now you rely on kids, because now you can't stand up for long, or you can't go to the kitchen, or things like that. That's the life that I don't want to experience, but I want to experience the grandkids, you know.
And how's that gonna happen?
I mean, I guess now we are trying. It's already losing battle. We're trying to eat right, going to the gym. It's a losing battle in that sense that you are growing and these things are gonna happen, you know. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're always in hope,
get
right?
it.
Yeah, you're always living in hope in some sense.
It's nice. So you guys have always seen yourselves with kids, grandkids.
I've only looked as close as my kids. Yeah, like as family goes, like my kids. So two kids.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
Maybe 5 years apart.
2 kids.
Yeah, definitely. 2 kids, 5 years apart. So they can be like dedicated time, and you know, like 5 years apart gives like respect between siblings. You know?
My sister and I are 4 years apart, and I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
Cap, stop the cap.
That's cap.
Yeah, I get it.
Play.
I get it. In any case, I'm just saying that, like anything closer, like that would be the minimum, if anything.
Yeah.
The minimum years.
Yeah.
But I'm also considering like time, because like 5 years is also like a distance. So 5 years apart just seems right for me. And then 2 kids and the wife. I think that's about it.
Simple life.
No big anything. I think that would be soft life, if anything. Yeah, that's how I would look at it. So I don't think I want like I don't think so. But the problem with that, I think it comes with the 55. Yeah, like so with that 55 thing that you were mentioning, I think we don't think that people. Do we think that people's times are destined? Like, do we know that everybody is going to die, but do we think that everybody's time is measured to when they are going to die?
Measured how?
Like, there's like you don't know, but but there is a time there's a limit that you have.
Yeah, I mean, there's a start and there's an end.
Yeah, but you do not know when that is.
Yeah.
But do you think that you know? Do you think your time is fixed?
Fixed from what concept?
From birth, you are given 35 years, and you do not know that. You don't know, but that is the time that you have.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one who's ever died and come back to life apart from Jesus. So it's fixed in that sense, if I'm understanding the question correctly.
So I think the question is, do you think people are also given time? Like, so as soon as you're born, you're given like 50 years, and there's nothing you can do about it. You don't know though. You don't know, but there's time allocated to each person. Like if there were gods walking around right now, they would be looking at the times that people have in a way. Yeah. Do you think people have that? Like people are getting like there's a time. People have been given time
from a different space, right? As in, whatever the creator is.
Yeah, whatever
higher
entities
power.
out
And
there.
Yeah.
it would say you will live up to 46 type of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting question. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Do you think
Yeah,
so?
I
think
do.
You do? Oh, okay. And then how many kids do you want?
I don't know. For me, it's if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
What do you know?
I think I'm with you. So you're not. She's not gonna go out of her way
Yeah.
to make sure that like something happens about it. If it happens naturally, as good as it works, because like life is like that, then then it works out nicely. And if it doesn't work out nicely like that, then it doesn't work out nicely. Is that how you're looking at it?
Yeah. So you know how people would, like, even like during my school days, people, like girls would be like, oh, I see myself married, having this number of kids, doing this and this. My mind's never like been that focused on that. I just more so imagined my life with just me. I don't know if this makes sense, but I was always just more focused on my own self-development, like having a career, having a house, like the background. And then if other things happen, they happen. But you find some people who see marriage as their final destination, and if it doesn't happen, then that's just not the life that they're willing to accept.
Right.
Or having kids. I love kids. There's just, I think with kids, more than anything, it's just more like fear. There's a lot of fear embedded there. Like with the thought of becoming a parent. What type of person would I parent with? You know, stuff like that. So it's just, I prefer not to think about it.
Yeah.
Because when I do, it's
Compounds.
yeah. It stresses me out.
Compounds.
Yeah. But I mean, I respect people who, it's nice. I imagine it would be nice to have that vision, like knowing this is my set vision.
Is it
what I
is it
want.
antinatalism? No.
What?
People don't want to have kids because they.
Yeah, I've never had those maternal instincts. So I guess it would be antinatalism.
It's a philosophy of sorts as well. It's not really extreme, but they believe because of suffering. So your justification or your reasoning has nothing to do with the suffering.
Suffering as in?
As in the world is such a
Bad
Yeah,
things.
it does. It's
it's-
very
it also
rooted
comes
in
from
that.
that?
Yes,
Okay.
it's very
Yeah, so it
rooted
could
in
be-
that.
yeah.
Like, I think,
I don't know if that's the actual, but I have a
it's
feeling
just
that's the actual expression. And
it's scary, man. It's just very scary.
It makes sense why you
Bringing
would want to go to
someone-
nothingness.
Yeah, like when I think about everything that's happened in my own life. Yeah,
Do you even think that even if you had everything, if your life say now you get to, I mean your life is nice now, but there's definitely heights you want to reach. In any
Yes,
case.
yes.
Do you think if you were to reach those heights, you would now want to live your life again?
no.
So I agree, because I would say I would like to have those heights without like all of those
Yeah.
troubled times.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Although those troubled times are what has gotten you to.
Shaped you to
Those
be the
things.
person you
Yeah.
are.
So I understand why you would want to go into nothingness, and I definitely would want to do the same thing. Yeah. So the reason even 55 is fine, 45 even is fine, is because, like, I'm not sure if there's an emotion that I'm like would be new like that. Yeah. I feel like also every experience I've experienced, I have experienced.
Yeah.
There's no need for me
to experience it
to
again.
to be greedy about it.
Yeah.
There's not like, so my question after knowing that I'll forget everything about my memories is, what is the point then
Of going back.
if I'm gonna start over again? So that
Maybe this time it'll be tenfold than what you went through the last time.
it might even be good. I mean, but still, I know all of those things, good, bad. I know all of it, but nothing. I don't know.
You don't know
nothing,
that.
you know. So that's why I wouldn't go to. That's why I would go into nothingness. Then he definitely would go back into like the afterlife. So his soul would, I guess,
Reincarnate.
I'm not sure what would happen to the soul, but I guess it would be purified.
Start over.
Reset format.
Yeah, no, I'm just tired.
Nah. Yeah. So I also say that I would be so upset if I was to die and find out that there's something else we have tried to live.
You
for
have to
again.
live through.
Come on, guys.
When does it end?
Really, like I thought to myself, like, guys, no, please. Like, when I rest, please let me rest. Like, let it be rest as I understand rest to be, you know.
I do wonder what happens though.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like we just disintegrate like that? Like that's it.
I think I would be pissed, man. Say if then I would go and then I'd find that there's a god or an entity that that was like involved in our lives. I'd be so upset. Like, why did you have to do all of that then? Like, with everything you have, like, don't you have like better things to do? Like, you know,
with your power.
yeah, like, man, like I would be very upset. So, and I would be very bored, man. Like, why am I even doing this again? Yeah, but yeah, I definitely believe that nothingness is something I would choose. Definitely. Yeah. So, like, you see that question of what's the point? She got it like as quick as possible. Like, I think because she thinks the same way I think. Like, yeah, at that point when I'm asked by the divine to go to do this again, if I want to do it again, I really would ask, like, really, what would be the point if I'm always going to be formatting? So I'm just,
you're gonna
it
be
feels,
back here again.
Yeah, it feels like I
just
would
to
be a
make the
shell.
same choice.
It feels like I would be a shell.
So I'm thinking they are fruits of the same tree. So both roots, they essentially, well, the one is almost immediate about that being nothing. The other is not an immediate nothingness. But the fact that you don't remember it at all, that's the one thing that ties nothingness into nothingness, right?
Yeah.
It's that memory or that thought. It's as much as you exist in nothingness. That side, you just go through it, but essentially it's nothing because you won't have any memory of it. You will suffer, yes, in real time, as everyone does, right? But there's still brighter days, if you want to put it like that. And then you die, and then you get to the other side, and then you have to choose. So you carry that. So let's say you have the pain, and then now you're confronted with the idea of choosing. Okay. So it's basically.
But it's not again. It's for the first time, every time.
Yeah. So it's again because we're having a conversation about it. It's not again to you because you know. It's again because we are the audience. We are seeing what's happening. You are going through it, so it's for the first time. You are right. But it's nothing because you have no recollection of, I'm not doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. The more I think about it, the more it's like fruits of the same tree. So whether you do it this way, whether you do it that way, it's nothing.
It's nothing. I mean, it's not nothing. The other one is something.
It's a prolonged process of nothing.
It's putting up with the inevitable. I guess.
It's a prolonged process of nothing.
But yeah,
I would definitely jump in. I feel like if anything is powerful, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I love nothing, man. Like nothing, just nothing, guys. Nothing. Hey.
Yeah.
We spoke about this last time. I love nothing, man. Nothing is just nothing. It's nice.
The more I hear you say nothing, the more I feel like it's not a real word.
Because there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it.
But
I guess me and you we're definitely going into nothing. Yeah.
I'm enjoying even right now. I'm hearing you guys speak, and I'm thinking about, do I feel the same way?
Yeah.
You know how you're saying, nothing, and even all the way to the 45.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, that is cold. You know, when I hear that,
Yeah.
that's cold. I
man.
enjoy, like, say honestly, I know it comes with suffering and all of that, being alive. But
Yeah.
I really enjoy the human experience. You know, like doing it. And I
Yeah.
say this to you, it's because we are alive that we get to do.
Yes.
I enjoy doing these things that we
Yeah.
are doing.
That would have been my motivation for going back, just the human experience. But then now, I don't remember it.
Yeah. You learn nothing from whatever
So,
you did.
I'm gonna go back to having the human experience with like a similar mentality, like a human mentality, not knowing the value of having a human experience.
But why is it important to know? Why do we want the need to know that I'm doing this?
Because anything you don't know is scary.
But you don't know that you don't know, so
Yeah, but it's just, then what's the use?
I think I don't.
If I don't know that I don't know, then why must I go back?
Yeah.
Let me just try something new.
Yeah.
which is what?
Nothing.
That's not new.
It's new is that I've never done nothing before.
Exactly.
All I've known
But
is
you
to
don't
live.
know. You said your memory gets shut up. Immediately, as soon as you... So, it's the same thing. You walk into this room, everything that happened on the other side
Yeah.
is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even the idea of, yes, I'm trying something
So
new
even
for-
when I go into nothing, I don't know that I had
That's-
a life.
that's what I'm
the
saying.
moment I
So-
step into nothing.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
just-
I
it
don't
is the
do
same
nothing.
thing.
It
It
looks
is the
like
same.
That's
the
what I
attachment
said
is in
in the
memory.
beginning.
Yeah.
That's the
Kuthi,
attachment.
man.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to nothing.
Yeah, I am still going to nothing as well. Now.
So the attachment is memory.
Yeah.
Yes, the memory.
But there's no memory,
Even in there.
even in yours.
So both experiences are invaluable then.
Yeah. So I'm choosing nothing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then whatever you're doing is you're just being refreshed as a new shell. Every time there's just a new shell. Yeah, I mean, I'm going into nothing.
I guess we have to pick our poison.
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Ngiyabangena nje.
so it's,
Back to-
you know you know how scary you know that sounds like the Matrix when Neo took the blue pill, the red pill. He literally died. That's crazy.
And went into what looked like nothing because it's something that he's never seen before. He's never experienced it before. But there was a whole other world.
But that's crazy though, right?
Yeah.
That you understand that Neo's choice there was to die. That was suicide in any case, and he chose that. Do you know that I think 0.00001% of the population would do that? That is definitely not easy. You do not know what that pill is.
I'd take it.
But you know what you know. So you don't know. You don't know the pill. Because I'm thinking about it if it's suicide in that sense. He knew what he knew. So you're saying he doesn't know what that pill would do. Right?
Oh, but he did because
He
they were telling
did.
him.
He was given a choice.
Yeah, they told you that they show you how deep. Okay. Then that's better. Then that's better because me, I'm thinking of a red pill as something. In any case, but he doesn't understand it. But he died.
Yeah, but to continue on your thought, it's not a pull away type of expression. What was happening there is even if he wasn't told that you'll go down the rabbit hole, he knew what he knew, and it's almost as if there's a void. There's a void in you, or you know what you know, and what you know. It does not feel like it is what you think, what you see it to be, not what you think it to be.
Okay.
So he's having an experience in this world where he's already in doubt of what is he's being confronted by. So he was always going to go for that option because I know what I know right now.
Oh, okay. And then it's easier then. I think it was a little easier.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
didn't they tell him that he's gonna forget his family and everything he knows?
Yeah.
So, but then that's death then.
But that's even on that's the life that he's already living, right?
He's lived it already. He's done
So
that.
that's what I'm saying. He knows what he knows. I'm not missing out on much.
Then that's why you should take
And
nothing.
his life was miserable anyway.
Oh yeah. No, it was not
Because
so
he
much
was
of a
searching
choice.
for
no.
meaning. He's searching for meaning.
It was not so much of a choice. It was not so much of a choice.
It was meaningless for him.
I think, yeah, motivated by that, because there also are times when I'm just like, what is this thing? What are we doing? Like I was telling you yesterday that we're literally just in a floating rock and we are just embedded with this many responsibilities. Like, what is this? What do we do? We're spinning in space. Literally,
Like in space.
you understand?
Like space literally is like what? Space.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Guys, like I'm telling you,
So
nothing is
given the
nice.
opportunity, I would also want to explore something that
You know, if anything would make me a god or something more powerful, it would be nothing.
Are you landing on this? It's like Thor's hammer, right? It's like nothing.
nothing is it.
Guys,
Yeah.
nothing feels like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they ask you what can't you do and you say nothing, imagine.
Because there's nothing, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
That nothing has some power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever created that nothing, that was nothing. That was great. That was nothing.
As nothing becomes synonymous to great, to greatness.
Let's just replace any other thing and just substitute nothing.
Yeah. Because I mean, you said it again last time that when the opposite of nothing is something. Yo, guys, do you understand that?
Hey, it's
Yeah,
deep.
man.
Kakhulu
I think,
ngoku. The opposite of nothing is something, yeah.
like imagine you know something. Imagine knowing nothing now.
That's the power.
Hey, that's the
Yeah.
power.
Erica,
Hey!
Erica, but you said the man who knows nothing, man who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all.